The following is an address on the 10th anniversary of ISKCON, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on July 6, 1976, in Washington, D.C.
Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale. So ayam rupa pada mayham dadati padantikam. This movement is Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared on this earth 500 years ago in Bengal, Navadvip, to spread this Krishna consciousness. Although this movement is not new, this Krishna consciousness movement was started by Krishna himself. Apparently, the Krishna consciousness movement was started by Krishna himself in the battlefield of Kurukshetra 5,000 years ago. And he says that this Krishna consciousness movement, I spoke to the sun god long years ago. Imam vivassate yogam praktavan aham abbayam. This is abbay. Abbay means which is never diminished or destroyed. Boy means which is destroyed. And Krishna says, this yoga system, this is yoga system, bhakti yoga. Yoga means to connect, to add, yoga. So, at the present moment, we are almost disconnected. Not exactly disconnected, forgotten our relationship with Krishna or God. God means Krishna and Krishna means God. So, in the human society, there are many different types of yoga systems just to reconnect our relationship with Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, they are explained differently. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, hatha yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga. All of them are yogas, but there are different stages. Yoga means to connect or to link up with the Supreme, absolute truth. Now, suppose he is in the topmost platform, everyone is trying to go there. Momo vattvanu vattanti manusya partha sarvasa. Krishna says, everyone is trying to come to me. But just like the person is on the top floor, so the staircase is one, somebody has crossed 10 steps, somebody has crossed 20 steps, somebody has crossed 100 steps, but one has to go to fulfill, say, 1,000 steps. There are different yoga systems. Everyone is trying to go to the topmost platform, Mamo Bhattvano Bhattvanti Manushya Partha Sarva. This is a fact. So, in the Kali Yuga, especially, to come to the highest platform of yoga perfection, step by step, it is little difficult. Actually, to practice yoga, one has to undergo so many austerities, penances, rules, regulations. That is all described in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, how yoga should be practiced. It is recommended that yogi should sit down in a secluded place, sacred place. So in India still, those who are actually yogis, at least those who are trying to follow the yoga system, real yoga system means dhyanavasthita tadgatena manusha pasyanti yam yogi. Yogina, those who are yogis, they sit down in a secluded place, alone. This yoga practice is not possible in a fashionable city. That is not possible. It is to be executed alone. Still you will find in India many places, Haridwar, there are many yogis, they are sitting alone. They have nothing to do with this material world. And Dhyanavasthita, and not only for 1, 2, 3 years, but for many 100 years. Still many yogis come and during Kumbh Mela. Their age is 300 years, 400 years, 500 years old. It is possible. It is possible by exercising the breathing, one can prolong his life. That is called samadhi. If you can stop your breathing, then you enhance your duration of life. That is possible. Therefore, you will find the picture of the yogis, they are controlling the breathing. Because everyone has got a destined breathing period. By superior arrangement, so if you don't spend your breathing, then you will prolong your life. This is it. If you can remain in samadhi, don't breathe, that then you are just like you have got a bank balance, $1,000. If you don't spend it, then the $1,000 is there. Or out of 1,000 you spend one, still you have 999. So the yoga practice is to control the breathing period. And this breathing can be controlled if you can control your senses. Otherwise it is not possible. Especially sex. Everyone has got experience. While sex life one enjoys, the breathing is very heavy. Very, very heavy. So he loses the balance of his breathing period. The first practice of yoga is yoga indriya samyama, to control the senses. That is all described in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. So, this yoga system was possible in the Satya Yuga. I mean to say possible for the mass of people. If one or two persons practices yoga, the practice is there, the system is there, but it is not possible for the general public. It is not possible. So, in the Shastra we find Krite Adhyato Vishnu. Real yoga system, I have already explained that yoga, Indriya Samyama, or by meditation to seek the Supreme Lord, always within the heart. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasantiyam yogina. In trance, you will find yogis picture, that trance there in meditation, completely silent. Stop breathing and seeing the Supreme Personality of God, Vishnu, within the heart. This is actual yoga system. But it was possible to be executed in the Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga means when people used to live for 100,000 of years. That was possible. Just like Valmiki Muni. He executed yoga system for 60,000 years. Because he was to live for 100,000 of years. So, it was not very difficult to engage oneself in 60,000 of years. But that is not possible in this age. Therefore, Shastra says, Krite Adhyato Vishnu, Kritayang Jajato Makhai, Dapare Paritajayam, Kalo Tad Harikirtana. Kalo, in this Kali Yuga, when people are very, very fallen, Manda Samanda Matayo Manda Bhagya, Jupadita, they are very unfortunate also. And Manda Bhagya. And although unfortunate, they are disturbed by so many external affairs. So it is very difficult to execute yoga system or yoga system, sacrifice. It is very costly affair. Or even archan, temple worship. It is also very difficult because people are not very much interested even worshipping the deity in the temple. In India, there are thousands and thousands of temples, temple or mosque or church of the same type for offering prayers, obeisances to the Lord. People are losing interest in that. Archan Marga. There are many temples I have seen. There is no caretaker. People are losing interest. Many temples. They are open. A dog is living within the temple and passing stool. I have seen it. So people are gradually losing interest. In temple worship, even what to speak of yoga or offering sacrifices, everything is now finished. Therefore, Kalotad Hari Kirtana, this is the Ramayana in this house. That system was introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because other system will not be successful in this age. May be successful in one or two cases, but not for the general mass of people. Therefore, Shastra recommends there are different incarnations of God, but one incarnation is there. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and other places also, in Upanishad, in Mahabharata. These are approved Vedic scriptures. So, the Vedic knowledge is summarized in the Vedanta system, Brahma Sutra, everything done by Vyasdev. And in order to protect the sanctity of Vedanta, because there are so many foolish persons, they are distorting the purpose of Vedanta Sutra. Therefore, Vyasdev, under the instruction of the spiritual master Narada, he personally wrote a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced these two things, Sankirtan and Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam means the expansion of Bhagavad Gita. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita you will find at the last stage Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja. And Srimad Bhagavatam also begins from that point. Srimad Bhagavatam gives introduction. Dharma projita koitavatra. All cheating type of religious system kicked out. Projita. Projita means just like you sweep over the floor and all the dust you throw it. That is called projita. Prakishta rupena ujit. So this system, one system, to accept the real principles of religion. That is Krishna's explained. It is explained by Krishna that Krishna appeared. Why? What is the purpose of Krishna's appearing? Sometimes they argue, atheist class of men, the God cannot come. So why God cannot come? God is your father's servant, that he cannot come, you are ordering. If he cannot come, how is God? God can do everything. Why you say the God cannot come? He is not under your rules and regulations. Then he is not God. God can come. God says, yes, I come. Jada jada hi dharma sagrani bhavati bharat. Abhuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sijami ham. Pritranayam sadhunam vinashaya dushkitam. Dharma samasthapanarthaya juve juve sambhava. So why God cannot come? So, when God says, yes, I come for this purpose, this is my mission. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati. What is that glani? Glani means discrepancy. It's not the principles of religion's friend. It is not executed properly. That is called glani. So what is dharma? A simple definition is given. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma means the law given by God. That's three words. God and His words. So, if we do not know who is God, if we do not know what is His order, then we are lost. If we do not know God, and if we just like if we do not know what is the government, and if we do not know what is the order of government, then where we are? Where is our position? We come in, every step some mistake, and we shall suffer. So we must know what is dharma. A cat, dog cannot understand dharma. But a human being is supposed to understand dharma. Law books are made for the human being, not for the cats and dogs. Keep to the left or keep to the right. The signboard is there in the street, or the red light is there, blue light is there. For whom? For the human being, not for the cats and dogs. The cats and dogs may disobey. There is no criminality on them because they are cats and dogs. So there is law of God. There is God. If human being does not know what is God and what is the law of God, then he is no better than the cats and dogs. He must know. Karmanta sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So that law is being instructed by the God himself. That is Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati. Dharma samasthapanarthaya. So, Krishna did not come to establish some sectarian religious system. That is not God's business. God is for everyone. God is not for the Hindu, for the Muslim, for the Christian, or anyone. God is for everyone. He is for animals, trees, plants, aquatics, insects, everyone. Because he claims, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva jonishu kaunteya sambhavanti mutrayoja tasang mahajjani brahma aham bija pradapita. Krishna's claim. Actually, that is the fact. If you study only this verse, the Sarva jonishu kaunteya sambhavanti mutrayoja, there are so many forms of life, beginning from grass. That is also life. The grass is coming from the earth. The trees are coming from the earth. The animals, four-legged animals, they are eating grass. They are forming semina. They are discharging the semina. And the animal species of life are coming. We are eating, either eating the animal or the vegetable. We are also begetting children. The origin is from the earth. Tasang mahajjani brahma, mahattat. So we can see practically that these things are there. So many different varieties of life. Jalajanavalakkhani, sthavara, lakkavinsati, hirmayo, ruddha, sankhaka. They are all living entities, aquatics. 900,000 forms of life within the water. Jalaja, Navalakkhani, everything accurate. Thavara, lakkavinsati. The trees, plants, they are standing, thavara. That is very great punishment. Those who are very, very sinful, they have to take birth as trees and plants and stand up for thousands of years. Material nature's punishment. A small ant, it can move, but a big tree cannot move. That is punishment. Just like in our childhood we are being punished by the teacher, stand up on the bench. It is like that. So in this way, Krishna or God, if you simply study this line, that so many living entities are coming out of the earth, either water or land or air or anything, they are coming out. So their offspring and material nature is the mother. Krishna says that. Sarvojonisu kaunteya sambhavanti murtayaja tasana mohadujani, mahatattva. Joni, mother. So where is the father? The children are there, the mother is there. The next enquiry should be, where is the father? That is natural. Without father, a mother is sitting with a child. Nobody can say the child has no father. If somebody says that I do not see the father, how can I believe? That is foolishness. You believe or not believe, you see or not see, there must be father. This is the conclusion. This is theism. Where this world is going on, that everything is coming out of the mother earth, then there must be father. And that father is present. Aham bija pradapita. I am the father. So it is our misfortune that we do not recognize the father. So it may be, how can I recognize my father? Ask your mother. Vedasya sadvai aham eva vedyam. All Vedic literature will say, here is father, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadidadi Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. So you'll find in every Vedic literature, Krishna is the Supreme Father. When Arjuna understood Bhagavad Gita, he addressed Krishna. In the 10th chapter you'll find Parabrahma Parangadhama Pavitram Paramam Bhava Purusham Shasatam Adyam. And he also confirmed that I am accepting you like this, Parabrahma Paramdhama. So people may be in doubt because I am your friend. So they may say out of friendship, regard or affection, out of sentiment, he is speaking like that. That Krishna is the Supreme Person, Parabrahma. But Arjuna immediately rectified this impression that not only myself, but great authorities like Vyasdev, Narad, Vasishtha, they are also affirming. Vyasdev is the authority. Vedavyas is the giver of Vedic knowledge. So he is accepting. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, he is writing, Ete Chamsakala Pumsa Krishnasu Bhagavan Swayam. Where he has given description of the incarnation of God. Then he concludes that all these incarnations, they are part and parcel or plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the name which I mentioned as Krishna, that Godhead, Krishna Stu Bhagavan, he is the Supreme, original Personality of Godhead. That is Vyasdev. So we have to accept. And Arjuna also says, Swayamcha Bravi, you are also personally speaking. That Matta Parataram Nyanna Kinchijasti Dhananda. There is no more superior authority than me. So this is confirmed. So this Krishna consciousness movement means to find out the Supreme Father. Supreme Father. That is the sum and substance of this movement. If we do not know who is our Father, that is not a very good position. At least in India, it is a custom. If somebody cannot say his father's name, he is not very respectable. And it is the system in the court that you write your name, you must write your father's name. That is Indian Vedic system, and the name, his own name, his father's name, and his village name. These three combined together. I think this system may be prevalent in other countries, but India, this is a system. The first name is his own name, the second name is his father's, and the third name is the village or the country where he is born. This is the system. So fathers, we must know the father. That is Krishna consciousness movement. If we remain forgetful of our father, that is not a very good position. And what kind of father? Parabrahma, Paramadham, the richest. Not the poor father who cannot feed his children. It is not that father. Eko ja bahunam vidadhati kama. That father is so rich that he alone is feeding millions and millions and trillions of living entities. In Africa there are hundreds and millions of elephants. He is feeding them. And within the road there is a hole. There may be millions of ants he is also feeding. Eko jo bahunam vidadhati kama nitya nityanam chetana chetananam. These are the basic information. So, the human life, this is meant for understanding. Who is Father? What is His law? Who is God? What is our relationship with Him? This is Vedanta. Vedanta does not mean that talk some nonsense and no relationship with the Father. Samayeva hi keva. If you do not know who is your Father, dharmasthānusthita pumsa vissakṣena kathāsuja notpādayadra tinjari samayeva hi kevalam. This is that one. And Krishna says, Vedaishta sadvai ahami Veda. So you become Vedanti, that's very nice. In the beginning of Vedanta it is said that the absolute truth is that from whom everything comes. Tathātha brahma jigyāsa. This is the beginning. Now the human life is meant for understanding the absolute truth. Jigyāsa. One should inquire, what is the absolute? That is human life. To find out the absolute truth. So, the next sutra immediately says, the absolute truth is that which is the source of everything. And what is that everything? Who the two things we find, animate and inanimate. Practical experience. Some of them are animate and some of them are inanimate. Two things. Now we can expand the variety. That is another. Two things are there. So these two things we see, there is a controller above these two things, the animate and inanimate. So we have to inquire now whether the source of two things, animate and inanimate, what is the position? The position is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadasya jataha annayat itaratasya arthetu avijñā. This is explanation. The original source of everything is avijñā. How? Annayat itaratasya arthetu. If I have created something, I know everything, all details. Annayat, directly or indirectly, I know. If I have manufactured something, suppose if I know some special cooking, then I know all the details, how to do it. That is the origin. So that origin is Krishna. Krishna says, Vedaham samititani. I know everything, past, present and future. Matta sarvam pravattate. Aham adihi devana. according to creation theory, not theory, fact, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So, these are the principal devatas. So, Vishnu is the original. Aham Adidhi Devana. The creation was Mahavishnu. Then from Mahavishnu, there is Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. From Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, there is Kshirodakshayi Vishnu, the expansion of Vishnu. And from him, Brahma comes. Brahma is born out of Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, the lotus flower. Then he gives birth to Rudra. This is the explanation of creation. Krishna says, Aham Adidhi Devana. He is also origin of Vishnu. Because from the Shastra we say, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. The original personality of Godhead is Krishna. And the first expansion of Krishna is Baladev. Then from him, Chaturdvaha, Vasudev, Sankarsana, Anuruddha, like that. Then Narayan, from Narayan the second Chaturdvaha. And from the second Chaturdvaha, Sankarsana, Mahavishnu. In this way, you have to learn the Shastras. You will find that actually, as it is said in the Shastra, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, and Krishna says, Aham Adidhi Devana, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, Matta Sarvam Pravartate, and Arjuna accepts Parabrahma, Paranadhama, Pavitram, Paramamma. So you have to accept Shastra. Shastra Chakshusyat, you have to see through the Shastra. And if you learn Shastra, then you will find Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, this Krishna consciousness movement means to present to the human society the Supreme Personality of God. This is Krishna consciousness movement. So, we started this movement in 1966, registering it. Our Rupanuga Prabhu has already explained. So, take this movement very seriously. The same. Krishna started, within the historical 5,000 years ago. And he started this movement with Arjuna as his disciple. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago, he revived again the same movement. He is Krishna himself, and that is going on. Don't think that this is a manufactured movement. No. It is the authorized movement and confirmed by the authorities. Mahajana Jinagatasya Pantha. There are Mahajans mentioned in the Shastra. So, be fixed up in Krishna consciousness movement and try to understand Krishna. We have got so many literatures, authorized literatures, and make your life success. Thank you very much.